Alright, what is happening, party people? We're trying out some new shit. Not exactly as smooth as I was hoping, but not super far off either, right? So, gotta try some new stuff here and there. See what we can pull off. Let's throw some music on in the background, right? About time to get going. Come on, Spotify. Don't do me dirty. Yeah, a little bit louder will work. Let's have some fun with it. Alright, Rakdos Midrange. Love it, hate it, it's around, let's explore. I fucking love it. We are 16-0 with this fucking list. We've made a few modifications from the first version. We went from 60 cards up to 61, and we were messing around with Shatter Skull smashing over the second Kroxa. The idea was whether or not to just go up to 61 cards and have the Shatter Skull smashing, because we kind of wanted a 24.5 land / 25th land without sacrificing a spell land slot, so we just added a spell land, right? Which it's actually paid dividends in a lot of games. Ultimately, I don't think this second Kroxa is necessary. I like it as a 1-up because it's kind of a miser's 1-up that forces them to believe in your graveyard, even though you don't need to do much with it, which is kind of nice. So, I like the list. It's strong. A lot of 1-ups. Fables just do the fucking dirty work for you, left and right. Outside of that, the sideboard, there's work to do. There's tinkering to be done. The question is, how hard do we want to tinker for specific matchups? I mean, this is beautifully constructed as is, but do we want another Hidetsu who consumes all? I mean, this is the problem with the sideboard. You get these very narrow slots, and I like that the way Darth Kamjantace pulled this together was to say, okay, we're going to have narrow slots, but we're going to have a lot of them. And that way, some of these have better percentage points against one thing, better percentage points against a different thing. You know, it keeps it interesting. It keeps it interesting. So, either way, we are exactly 1 win out of Mythic here. We are sitting at that beautiful 16-0. Let's see if we can get to 17-0, right? It's high time. It's high time. Let's get into Mythic. That's what we're here for. I'd like to get a top 250 finish. I think Darth Kamjantace is already sitting in the top 100 in Mythic, so I'm a little late to the show on this one. That's fine. That's how it goes. Up against a LumpyFishstick, so Kanye is playing against me, I think. Hell yeah, we'll keep this. Strong hand. Alright, so a little Blood Crypt tapped action. Get into a turn 2 Underdog or Harvester. Looks like we're up against control. Let's shift over to the Underdog to begin with then. Like, odds are they may have some exile-based removal, but if they don't, like a Fateful Absence feels really bad here, with the Blitz being what it is. And, I mean, we're just going to curve them and see what happens. It's kind of how these games tend to go. There's an argument that we could have done Bloodtithe Harvester there and dumped the Tenacious Underdog on the Blood token. I still prefer to just get going with Tenacious Underdog and force them to have that quick removal or else face the consequence of it. There's also the part here where the only counter they're holding up is Censor, and we can just do this. And now their Censor doesn't matter at all. Your Jawari Disruption, your Censor, we've beaten it just by going this route. Okay, so Make Disappear. Touché. Looks like they've updated. They knew the Censor wasn't good enough. Well played. Ah, Tenacious Underdog. Doing the Lord's work here. Alright, they didn't tap out. How do we want to deal with this? If they're on Make Disappears, you know, I still like forcing the issue here. We play the Takenuma, and we force them to have another Make Disappear instead of a Censor. Because again, in my opinion, that's the way to go. And Fable is the card they really don't want to resolve. This resolving is a big problem. Okay. They had the veto. Which means they don't necessarily have one for Shanda. Good old Chandra. Well, let's get after it with another Underdog to the dome. And based on what we're seeing here, what are the odds it's a Doomscar, right? I think we still have to force it again. very interesting. It's a spicy list. Obscura, Interceptor, Esper. Well, so far they have perfectly curved counter spells here. That's a little irritating, but not that bad, frankly. If they pair it with a Teferi this turn, it's pretty rough. I mean, it's not ultimately the end of the world, but it is rough if they get to go Teferi minus here. Hell, Teferi plus ain't half bad either, depending on what they have. Maze Mind. Maze Mind. Interesting. Okay, so what are they holding? Probably Absorb? Let's start with a Trespasser and see what we get here. Like, can we bait the counter here? I'm not trying to dump the Chandra yet. Yeah, there's the counter bait. Fine by me. In goes the Harvester. Which we are fine trading with the Interceptor, frankly. Like, it's annoying because they basically regained all that ground, but it is what it is. Right now we are trying to get them into an awkward spot so we can land a Chandra and just get ahead. Let's see what happens. I've not seen this iteration of Esper yet. I mean, it's definitely full control. If they had a Wandering Emperor, that would have been the wrong block, but we're not exactly playing around that card at the moment. Here we're just pushing after them. We're just going to keep forcing the issue. Like, Tenacious Underdog just has to ride itself all the way to victory if possible. Damn. Okay. But do you have the answer for the Trespasser also? Do you just have every counter and every piece of removal you need exactly on curve? Because if you don't, we get to start landing things that are hard to deal with. And we can start tossing away these fatal pushes to draw more gas. Graveyard Trespasser also is going to be a nice way of just punishing the hell out of them for this Drago style of play. Which I like. Gotta punish them. Okay, yep, flip my Trespasser. That's what I like to see. What you gonna do about it? LumpyFishstick is doing nothing. Alright. I don't want to overextend a Graveyard Trespasser number 2 into a Wrath. Man, Obscura Interceptors. A lot of action from these things. Beginning to think there isn't a Wrath. Okay. Alright, fair enough. So this might just be tempo Esper. Relying heavily on these to just create enough of it. Like, I'm not seeing walkers, I'm not seeing wraths. I'm not saying they don't have them, I'm just saying I don't see them. But there are good ways to ferret these things out. Let's start with a Kroxa here. Let's see what they do. Because I'm actually really curious how they're going to deal. Like, it turns on Fatal Push, which is nice. I don't know, there aren't really that many dead draws. I'm not trying to crack this to get Fatal Push going because we have plenty of action. What you trying to do, buddy? Interesting. Yeah, we unfortunately have to do this. Don't love this line, but it's a necessary one. We absolutely have to kill this thing. Okay, I have a feeling they're fucking around with torrential Gear Hulks, so we're gonna get rid of the only Gear Hulk target that I'm actually worried about right now, and also put them into damn near lethal range. I mean, there was an argument to be made to just do both, to put them into lethal range. It still wouldn't have been that. No, I think it's the right call. We need to keep torrential Gear Hulk from being a fucking problem, because it is a problem. Let's see. Still a problem, yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of gas here, and they don't have a lot of ways through that. We're representing lethal on board. They're obviously representing... No, okay, not lethal. They'll still be able to do that, gain 4 life, go to 9. Okay, this game's got plenty of turns left. LumpyFishstick, what are you up to? Really? What on earth is that about? A brazen borrower on a graveyard trespasser? That seems real rough. Let's do this. Thanks, top deck. That's what I love about this deck. So many live top decks. We might get a Kroxa in at this rate. Counter target activated or triggered ability or counter target spell. How about you just can't counter? That seems like a stronger place to be. Graveyard Trespasser seems like a nightmare for you to answer right now, and I like that. I mean, you can cycle a Nimble Obstructionist, but I am going to be going for lethal here pretty quickly. Yes, LumpyFishstick, yes. Play your borrower. I'm going to try and Angrath that fucker. It's going to feel really, really good. Can we oops I win them? I feel like we might be able to. Okay, so unless they have... What are we worried about? We are worried about... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... We're somewhat worried about Torrential Gear Hulk? Not really, though. There's not shit they can... I mean, it's a 2-for-1, but they're gonna have to burn everything to do it. Whereas I can just do this and put them in a rough spot. Graveyard Trespasser just pulling its weight all day long, baby. Okay, Torrential's back off the menu. Well, let's just force them to have the counter or we win. We'll hold back the other Chandra and Angrath here. Okay. Still have to answer the Graveyard Glutton. That's just sitting there with lethal sitting around in the yard already. Yep, just gonna swing and see if we win. Because we win on impact on this one. Derp, derp. Gonna have to come up with a lot of answers really quickly there, LumpyFishstick. Okay. Yep, alright. So Esper, I don't know, tempo, mid? Esper mid seems like the best way to qualify that. Sorin doesn't seem great against a deck filled with instant speed everything, and Brazen Borrower kind of makes a joke out of it, frankly. What does feel good against them? Glurbringer always feels good. That is a top deck that they just have to deal with quickly. Bone Crushers feel great against a deck like that. What else feels good? What do we not like? What just feels bleh against them? Abrade feels fine. Like, the instant speed stuff is just good here. Duress seems like a strong choice too. What's kind of awkward? I feel like our Hazard's probably pretty awkward here, right? I mean, they don't really have an answer if it hits the board, though. They can bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, but Meathook feels bad. Let's get rid of that. Kroxa's fine. Angrath's is probably fine. We need cheap removal to interact with what they're doing. I don't know that I love the Chandras and the Angraths here. Like, these... This feels like it's tempting fate in the worst way. I don't know. This is kind of a weird one to board for. We're trying to get under them and just apply pressure, because we have all their 2-for-1 scenarios right there. So the question is, we're keeping Glurbringer. It's hard for them to deal with. It does a lot of work. What is the last card that we don't give a shit about? Let's try it without the walkers. It feels like it's making those Golden Vetoes pretty awkward for them, considering it's only Fable is an upgraded mana for that. I'll give it a shot. I don't know, removing all the 4-drops might be wrong. Hard to fucking say. Yeah, I like this just fine. As always, when in doubt, curve them out. One more game, LumpyFishstick. One more game. Now we definitely push... Yeah. Let's get it on. Since we're not really worried about wrath effects, we are going to overload the board. My guess is they've got Wandering Emperor sitting around somewhere. I mean, you're in Esper. Why wouldn't you? Mazemind Tome. See, I like the Tenacious Underdog because countering this feels really bad. Because I could just blitz it in perfect... Yeah, see? That's not a great counter scenario. It's not a good solution to that card. Yeah, we'll flip it back. I feel like they have to have fatal pushes and shit, right? There goes red. Okay. We begin with the swing. And then a second one, because your make disappears don't work here. Yep, we are totally fine with that. Pop it right back. You got it. Oh yes. We will not be doing that. No, no, no. I do love seeing this Obscura Interceptor card running around again. It's such a fascinating card. Smack it at ass. And we just keep going. The hits just keep coming, and they don't stop coming. Okay. We've got our fatal pushes. We're just applying pressure, looking for openings to get Graveyard Trespasser onto the board, forcing them to come up with answers quickly. That's the game. I cannot imagine this is pleasant to play on the other side. Well, let's start with the basics. Just say no. Very good. Connive all you like. Just needed that dead. And yet again, I think we are just passing and waiting to see what they do. As much as I don't think they have a Wrath, extending into one, like extending into a Farewell here would feel fucking awful. So we just don't do it. And we are going to make these land drops. There's the Wandering Emperor. But do you exile or not? Yep, makes sense. And let's push this through unless they... Yep, okay, it went through. Excellent. We'll grab that little puppy right there and pass it on back. Still got Fatal Pushes and Tenacious Underdog, with a Den of the Bugbear just sitting there as well. Okay. Hall of the Stormbat Giants. Fair enough. Let's do a little killing. Yep, we left in the Fatal Pushes, homie. Alright. Sure. Alright, so it was a Torrential Gear Hulk deck. And there we go. Esper mid, quick 2-0, and we're into Mythic. Boom, baby. That is 17-0 with Rakdos. Hate it or love it, it is here to stay. Where did we start? Damn. Number 928. That is fucking delightful. Good old LumpyFishsticks. Thank you for that. Well, gang, let's keep going. Let's keep grinding. Can we get to the perfect 20-0? Because my hypothesis is if we can get to 20-0, we'll be in the top 250. But can we get there? On the draw? Yeah, this is super reasonable on the draw. Oh yeah. Gotta keep the Fatal Push up. Alright, so if we're playing Bloodtithe Harvester, are we just playing right into Bone Crusher Giant? And is that worth doing, or are we better off with a Fatal Push on what is probably a Fable? I think we have to force them to have it in the mirror. That's typically the attitude I've taken, is just force them to have it over and over and over. Because if they curve this into a Bone Crusher Giant, that's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We'll get our Fable going. Alright, so we have a Rakdos Midrange. Played a lot of these. Take the Glorybringer, you always do. Too much glory cannot be brought. Is a problem. But see, here's the other problem they have. Yeah, not a lot of easy solutions here. That's the other problem. Okay, I see what you're doing. What do we care about? Yeah. Not ideal. Not ideal. But I actually do kind of like this play. Oh god, yes, I like this play. Off with you. Okay. All they have are answers. So, kill the Bone Crushers, and we're fine. Kind of a weird scenario, but I like it. Alright, so was it wise to get rid of the 5th land back and forth, but that Thoughtseize was absolutely critical to keep Chandra off of a top deck land, so if we get a land here, it feels great. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. So they get to Fatal Push, and then they get to Blood. Alright, so in the end we're going to be sitting at 10 and 10, they'll have a Meat Hook Massacre. And we'll have a Bloodtithe, and then they get to do that. Alright. Still puts us in a position I like. Off you go, Blood Crush. Yeah, Blood Chief Thirst it, you know you're going to. Aggressive. I like it. Picasso. I like it. So now they're going to have to spend the turn killing Glorybringer, and we're still set up nicely. Yep, gotta kill it. Can't swing. No, therein lies the rub. Ooh, spicy. They'll trade those out, do a little meat hooking. But we have a Den of the Bugbear. Value train, baby. They meat hook their way back up. Yep, there's the meat hook. Would be awesome is top taking an Angrath right about now, or a Hazoret. Not so much. Alright, well, unless they have Fatal Push here, I feel pretty good about this. Feels pretty good. And we'll hold that back to Blood Away. Okay, if they're checking the grave, they've got that. Yeah, alright. Trespasser's a pretty good top deck there. Wow, a couple of good top decks there. Alright. Let's see what our options are. Come on, don't do me land like that. Don't do me like that. Oh, land. Ugh, you hate to see it. Okay, we need to apply pressure. Yep. So they go to 6, we go back down, blah, blah, blah. Flip it on over, and then, of course, there's that. Man. Too many lands off the top. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. It's alright. This is what we have sideboards for, right? Plus, we could just top deck Hazret. It'd be fine-ish. Not ideal, but fine. Is that just game? Yes, it is. Good top decks. The one with 3 Graveyard Trespassers beat the one without. How it goes. How it goes. Okay, Thoughtseizes. Trash. Don't need those. What do we like? We like our Sorens. We like our Vraska's Contempt. We like our Braid. We like our Anger. We like our Bone Crusher. We like our Glorybringer. What else don't we like? I don't like Bloodtithe Harvester in this matchup. It is a fucking liability, and I stand by that. Do we like Unlicensed Hearse? Not really. Playcrafter is eh. Extinction Event's kind of eh. Go Blank's kind of fun. I think we just run it like this. It's a pretty simple build. Man, those Graveyard Trespassers off the top for the opponent were... Woo-hoo-hoo. Sometimes you just got it, right? Alright, let's do this. Well, they're on a mold of 5. It's rarely a good sign for the opponent when they mold a 5. We may yet get this to a game 3. Can we keep the undefeated streak alive? 17-0. Can we get to 20-0? 17-0 is... Shit, how many rounds in a Pro Tour? It's got to be close to exoing a Pro Tour. What I really would like to see is a 4th land in the next 2 draw steps, preferably untapped. That's good enough. That's good enough. Yep, that's fine. Let's just address this the way it needs to be addressed. Down you go. Up you go. The reason we didn't go plus and we went minus is even if they bone crush this, we don't mind. We'll just keep on pushing that and we'll play another one and just keep ticking that one up. And we didn't want to release the Chandra yet. Okay. On a mold of 5, doing Bone Crush plus that is not ideal, which I'm also super fond of. But we would like to find a 5th land for this Glorybringer, so let's get towards it. Yep, that's fine. How do we want to deal with this? We need land. Ouch. Motherfucker, ouch. Why are we doing it like this? There's a lot of not lands running around. I mean, bright side, the ward almost doesn't matter at this point. Downside, we need the damn land. And it's not particularly close. Holy hell. Seriously, where's the land? Okay. Chandra, you're coming out to play. We need some threats. We need to put some threats on the board. I don't know, how do we pronounce opponent's name? Aaaggglll. Aggro? Something like that. Feels like that's somewhat correct-ish. I don't know. Another Bone Crush? Nope, Culligans. Okay. Land off the top. One time. Fucking finally. Alright, let's do this. Time to kill some shit. Exert. There. Yeah, we'll hold that. We hold that back to keep Sorin. Yeah. Let's kill their Sorin. Keep our Sorin. They can Kroxa all day long. If they have the land. You don't have great answers for that. Just don't have another land, right? Fuck me. Alright, Kroxa. Well, if you want a way to win the mirror, Kroxa is a pretty good way to win the mirror. Yep. Out you go. And another Fable bites the dust. We might be able to race in the air. That might just be the strategy here, so let's just fucking race in the air and force this. We'll dump out a Fable here. I'm tempted to race in the air. I can say that much. Okay. Yeah, let's just do the Air Armada. We've got Lifelinkers, we've got Glorybringers. The worst thing that could happen is they top deck a Meathook Massacre and blow us out. But they have to have exactly that on that draw step, or else we're fine. If they have that, GG's, homie. If you have the Meathook off the top, you've got the Meathook off the top. But if you don't, the odds of you dying are extremely high. Thank God. Okay. And unless that's a removal spell, we win in the air? It is not. Okay. So we win. 4, 10, 12. Good game. Yeah. Let's go to game 3. Let's see. Does Go Blink matter? It doesn't feel like it does. It feels like Plaguecrafter might, though. So might the Unlicensed Hearse. Like, the Hearses feel like they could be... You know what? I like one Hearse more. I know there's a Culligan's Command. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Playing an Artifact's probably wrong. Ugh. But if they don't have the Culligan's Command, it takes over. God damn. Is it a Plaguecrafter? That is a clean answer. That is not. Don't fuck with their hand, doesn't matter. That's a little narrow. Bone Crusher obviates that. What am I saying? We have Tenacious Underdogs. We don't need to play those, we can play Hearse. Do we do this? Feels like we're assuming we're pretty far behind. But will we be behind? I don't know. One Tenacious Underdog does not seem unreasonable. Although, to be fair, we could just do a Duress. We are a little glutted. I don't love this card. In a world of Graveyard Trespassers and Bone Crusher Giants, this just feels like a fucking mistake. I think I'd rather have the one Duress. No, it's the Go Blank. One Go Blank. Yep. Let's have a few ways to interact with Kroxa in the grave, or at least denying it. That last Go Blank's definitely the weakest of the sideboard options, but we have 8 cards we just don't really want here. We'll take that. They're already going to 5. Fine by me. In the 5 by 5. Man, that's a lot of moles to 5 for them. Put a little asterisk here if we win. That's 2 straight mole of 5s. Is it perhaps the karma of playing this deck? I don't know. Probably not. No. Ooh. Spicy. Pass it on back. Okay. Don't love this play. But we will trade that for a Graveyard Trespasser every time. Okay. I suppose, in retrospect, that was glaringly obvious that it was going to go down like that. Yeah. Let's get the hearse out. Let's get rolling. Play a thing, activate a den. Let me start fatal pushing everything. Just say no to drugs. Just say no. To the bad ones, anyway. Alright. Well, meat hook for 3. That'll help. An imperfect solution, but a solution nonetheless. We don't really mind that they get us with a Den of the Bugbear here. Yep, we will take that. That one we're taking for the team. Let's grab those 2 on out. No more of that. Alright. Soren, you look like you're ready to play. Come play. This gives us an option with the unlicensed hearse as well, which I quite like. Dick. Alright. Was it greedy? A little. Do I regret it? Never. I dare you to play that Bone Crusher. Fucking kill it right meow. Yeah. We'll take the 2. We're gonna gain it right back. Derp. You don't get to have a graveyard. There we are. Feels good, right? Can still power up the hearse if we need to. La douche. Alright, well, straight race it is. Yep, and we'll get that one 2-1. 18-0, baby. Can we get to the 20-0? It's hard. It's hard. Haven't done it in a long time. But damn it, we're close. Just doing a little grinding with it. Oh, Rakdos Mid, why do you pay off so well? Alright, so if we get to 20-0, do you think we break into the top 250? I'm beginning to think that's unlikely. We'll cancel out of it for a second. In case you didn't know, if you leave it going on the queue long enough, it will eventually just find anybody who's playing Magic, which you don't really want if you're in Mythic. Eventually you're... What is this shit right here? I've never even seen this. Okay, what is this? Cardam, Patron of Flames? God damn it, this alchemy set. I'm just trying to make you read like a million cards. Garbage. Such garbage. Why are they doing 2 of these? Like it's a gift. It's a common. Wizards. Come on now. Yeah, I don't like to let the queue go past 30 seconds. Usually at that point you're playing against somebody outside of Mythic, and that doesn't do a whole lot for your ranking. Doesn't help. Whereas top first 10 seconds you usually get somebody who's at least in Mythic. ExoticRoller, welcome back. Haven't played against you in a moment. That is mulligan. That's pretty fucking close to a mulligan. Do we go to 5? I think we do. How the fuck are we getting the double red? I don't know. Maybe it's just take the Glurbringer. Like, we need to draw a land. This feels kind of risky, but at the same time... Meh. Meh. Yeah, I'm just gonna dump out the Harvester here. We gotta draw lands either way. This deck has 25. We let that one go. The Carry Zeb's the one we can't let happen. Yes, Queen, yes. Fucking hell. There's the Burning Tree. Alright. Don't have 3 of them. There's the thing you have to push, and push it we shall. None of that shite. You get a push into a Trespasser. Alright, and if we get one more red source, we'll get to pop off a Glurbringer pretty quickly here too. I like that. Can we obviate what they're doing? You gonna swing that into me? Didn't think so. Alright. Well, it's mono red, so Vraska, Abrade, Anger, Bone Crusher, Glurbringer. Those are all very good. Thoughtseize is pretty fucking bad. Hazarets, not great here. Kroxa, not that relevant, frankly. What else do we like and not like? We have ourselves, what, the Hearse is there, Kroxa is there. Do we want the Sorens? It is life gain, right? Against a deck that's trying to kill you quickly, and life gain can come in handy against them. What don't we like against... I mean, is it better than Chandra? I don't think so. It's probably better than the first Angrath, though. And... this feels like a poor choice. That feels like a poor choice. That could be relevant sometimes. I don't know. It's hard to say. Is an Extinction Event actually good against them? Let's put one over one Tenacious. I'm willing to find out. I don't know. It seems kind of good, but I've been wrong before. Instant impact cards are a good thing. Alright. Mono red. Doing the Lord's work here. Yeah, we'll keep that. Turn 1 removal, turn 2 other removals. What the fucking fuck? Ugh. Gross. Well, they never said it would be pleasant. That Leyline of Combustion just might be everything Mono Red needs. I haven't thought of that. I love playing these games when I see shit I just never thought of. And I'm like, yes. You know, there's just something about it. I will snap block your Bloodtithe Harvester. With Bloodtithe Harvester. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. 2, 4, 5 puts me 14. If we pop off 1, 2, 3. Jesus Christ. Pray for an anger of the gods. Are we there? Is that where we're at? Feels bad and wrong. But that might be where we're at. This Leyline of Combustion with a curve out. Holy fuck. I mean, you're seeing how good that is. I'm seeing how good that is. Shit. Okay, so if we pop this versus if we pop that, that's like this and like that and like this in a... Math sucks, here we go. Basically, I get to take 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy fucking hell, I think we're dead. Let's see how dead we are. How about that? Yeah, okay. So, that's how you lose to Mono Red. They curve you like that. And you don't have any fatal pushes. That felt terrible. Line of Combustion, you fucker. Oh, ExoticRoller. I'm so happy you did that though. Like, I forgot that card existed. The fact that it exists is important and excellent. Jesus Christ. Fucking Leyline of Combustion just sitting there staring at me. Didn't even need it. Dude just curved me so hard. Well played, ExoticRoller. Oh man. Every once in a while, you just get curb stomped that hard. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. It's... Yeah, there's nothing you change in this. This is still just fine. Just don't curve me that hard on game 3, ExoticRoller. Don't do it. Or do it and break the 18-0 streak. It all comes down to game 3, guys. You feeling it? I'm feeling it. Fuck yeah, I'm feeling it. Let's do this. We're gonna top deck 3 straight lands and win this game. Don't you dare have fucking Leyline of Combustion. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh god. Please don't do it. They're gonna have it. Right? Are they mulling to it? Jesus, mull to 5? Okay. They mulling for the Leyline? And they didn't get it. Well, let's draw some lands and mop this shit up then. That's how I feel. You play card, I kill card. You know how this goes, Mono Red. You know how this goes. Okay. Do you have the Robber? Carries out. Very nice. Let's see. Do we care about this? Do we care Zev about this? Yeah. I mean, I think we're just blowing shit up and forcing them to have everything they need right when they need it. Just say no. There we go. 19-0. We done did it. We're one off. One off. Number 538. 583. Sorry. Did it wrong. Number 583. 19-0. This deck just keeps fucking rolling. For those of you just joining, we 2-0'd Esper mid, 2-1'd the Rakdos mid mirror, and 2-1 mono red. Granted, let's put some asterisks. All right. The Rakdos mid mirror, we lost game one on some, we lost game one. They had some amazing top decks on Graveyard Trespasser, and I say that because they got absolutely ranched by the MTG A shuffler on games 2 and 3. They mulled to 5 both games. So, little luck in game 1, little karma game 2, and then ranched by the shuffler game 3. Sucks. Mono red, we got game 1 easily enough. We got rolled by Leyline of Combustion curve out, which, I mean, just putting a little note here for Leyline, definitely going to fuck with that. This Rakdos list handles almost everything well, but it does not interact with enchantments for shit. So Leylines, pretty effective, and Leyline of Combustion in particular seems really spicy with things like Annex, where you might just get 2 or 3 targets out of it, right? But this is the list. We're 19-0. The question is, can we make it to the fabled 20-0? Let's find out. I haven't done a 20-0 run in a minute, but I'd like to. And if you're sitting around lurking, say hi. I'm friendly, I promise. Ish. Leyline of fucking Combustion. What a card. What a card. I mean, it feels like mono red is the home that wants that. It's like the Shaper Sanctuary for red that you just always wanted. Pop back out and pop back in case you're wondering. This is so I don't have to play against somebody in Platinum, because the longer you're in a queue, the more it will just start shuffling you down the list to whoever's available. You know, and if you're viewing and you just want to snipe in to try and rob me of that 20-0, go for it. Go for it. I welcome the snipe. Alright, Pedrazzi, 71. Ranked 461. Should be a good game then. I don't love this. This is not a lot of interaction early. We could get rolled by a quick red deck. We could get rolled by a lot of quick shit. I mean, we're fine on lands, but... Risky. This is not what you want to see. It's risky, it can have some payoffs, a few good top decks, and this hand can pay itself off really quickly. Do we keep or not? Right? Hey, demand to see it. Hey, we're just doing a little poll right now. Good to see you, Rame. Keep or mole, bud? Keep or mole? We're sitting at 19-0. Is this a keep or mole? Come on, Rame. I think it's a mole. We'll keep this though. This feels fine. Let's be aggressive here. That's alright. 10-4, good buddy. Okay, so Rakdos mid-mirror. No, Jesus, it's this matchup. Alright. Well, I'm glad we did not keep the first hand. That would have been disastrous here. This is still kind of a brutal matchup, but... Priest, yeah, okay. We curve to force, but I don't love it. Yeah. Yeah. Claim the Firstborns and Priests. This would have been a great time to see Bone Crusher Giants instead of Bloodtithes. C'est la vie. Yes. Alright, so, look at all the value that comes out of this. They get a Fable off that? Oh, wow. That's some spice, right? That is some absolute spice. Oh, they didn't even take the Fable. They're just missing sources that they need to do things? Probably, right? Yep, this is the cat oven deck I hate. Well, much as I want to Fatal Push that Priest, we gotta get on the board and get going. If anything's gonna rob us of the 20-0, it's gonna be a deck like this. This is the type of deck that makes me wish I had a second Hidetsugu Consumes All sitting in the sideboard, and 4 Bone Crusher main, and like 3 Abrades. But we don't have that, so we're gonna have to see what we can do. I know that game 1 in this is incredibly rough. I've played this matchup half a dozen times, and game 1 is brutal. Yep, there it is. There's the card that absolutely ranches us every time. That little known Mayhem Devil, just sitting there, staring at us with that little grin. Look at it, look at it. So, ugh. Yep, that's a lot of damage. Shit, do they have lethal already? They might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think they can get us down to 2 with an active double Witch's Oven Cauldron Familiar. Oh my god. Alright, red, black, Priest Oven. Priests, ovens, and cats. You know, priests and devils in the same deck feels properly sacrilegious. Props. Props. So, ding dong. We're down to 3. Oh no, this is just dead. That is how fast that goes. We lose 2, and then we're going to lose an additional 2. 4 damage there. Wow. Wow. Oh, it's brutal. So, you know, I see this scenario and I just miss blue-white a little bit, because blue-white had such a fun time fucking with them. You ever played Strict Proctor against that deck? Feels good. Okay. The card I want like 80 copies of in this matchup is Hidetsugu's Consumes All. This has a really, really sweet spot of blowing out decks like this. So we'll put the one we have in. We'll put the Cage, we'll put the Hearse, we'll put the Bone Crusher, we'll put the Anger, we'll put the Abrade. What sucks here? Thoughtseize is absolute garbage. Everything they play is so low on the curve. What else is strong here? We gotta lose a couple more cards regardless. Hazoret is terrible here. It doesn't do enough. Glorbringer's fine. We want to get in the air. We want removal. Contempt's fine. A little life, a little removal. Not bad. Kroxa, trash. Hot Garbage. That's fine. It deals with Witch's Ovens. We gotta get out and run against a deck like this. Like, weirdly, they win the long game usually. But these are really poorly positioned against them. We can't afford to be losing life. And at least we get something out of these. Also the Anger of the Gods. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of pushing it that way. So this is probably where we board. Like, there's an argument for Sorin. It's a pretty good argument over an Angrath, at least. Life gain matters a lot in this matchup. And I think I like it more than the second Chandra. I like the first Chandra. Like, we have to kill Mayhem Devil on impact, because as you've seen, if Mayhem Devil goes unchecked in any way, shape, or form, you die immediately. So it's, you gotta play a lot of, you gotta play a shitload of removal, but like, Sorin's giving you life linkers is not a small deal against a deck with, that occasionally just sits back with cats and ovens and just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Alright, so we're down a game, back against the wall, 19-0. Setting the stage for game 2 on the play. We feeling lucky? Yeah, this is absolutely reasonable. Yeah, we'll keep that. We'll push this down in case they have like a turn 1 duress. Shambling Ghast. Forgot that card existed too. Good old Shamblers. Yep, a little Witch's Oven action, sure, why not? A little Cauldron Familiar, why not? We're gonna make him sacrifice that. I'm actually fine trading this one straight up. We still get to keep this. They go ahead on mana advantage, but we're on the play, so we care a lot less about that. And getting this off the battlefield is just a bigger deal than I think they realize. Sacrifice your artifact. -1/1. After you flip it in and out once. By the way, banning Cat Oven is still a good quality of life ban, and I stand behind that statement. Ooh. I guess they can just blow up the food token, right? I'd forgotten about that. Alright, team, we may have screwed up there. That's a little awkward. Don't play Mayhem Devil. Don't do it. Well, there's that too. Can I get a Hidetsugu off the top? Not so much? Okay. Alright, let's get into this. If they're gonna flip cats in and out of ovens, we go into Sorin mode pretty quickly and see what we can do. Worst case scenario, they have Mayhem Devils, and that's real bad for us, as always. Best case scenario, they don't have fucking Mayhem Devils, which, alright. Also best case scenario, we top deck Hidetsugu, consume Zal, and even this shit out quickly. Although to be fair, it's kind of a 2-for-2 scenario. I'm really curious what we're seeing post-board in this matchup. From the opponent, at least. Obnixie. Okay. Well. Shit's gonna die. Please don't have a claim the firstborn. No. We will take life loss. Yes. Kind of assumed that. Don't have claim the firstborn or fatal push. Kike? Feels like as good a time as any to glory bring, right? I mean, we could Bone Crush. Flip another 2/3 into play. Decision trees, decision trees. I think we're saving Glorybringer for a moment. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to work out okay. Little Bone Crusher action. Flip it back. And honestly, I am inclined to just get going on this. I know there's a lot of people that may question this particular line. I mean, if there's a Meat Hook Massacre, I get that this could backfire to a degree, but at the same time, these do such a good job of nullifying out these Cauldron Familiars, and I like being aggressive in this kind of a matchup. Yeah, especially because they're just going to go after life totals. So now if they dump into play a Mayhem Devil, we just Glory Bring it, and we push through. Okay. There's the other issue. If we had not done that, they could have just claimed Firstborn, smack, got Sorin out. At least this way, we 2-for-1 them kind of a Sorin while getting our value back. I don't mind that. That's a spicy little number to keep in our back pocket. Yeah. We are just gonna smack him for 10. Oh, this deck. already at the wire. What do they got? I guess if they go land Devil Devil, it would be pretty fucking brutal to come back from. Like, I want to flop that Hidetsugu consumes all in play right now, but at the same time... we may do it. Let's see what they do. It's a weird position. Them not having Mayhem Devil's a big deal here. Now Hidetsugu is going to come to play. We're going to smack him in the face first, but then, yeah, we're going after it. And I think we do it like this. Let's see. No, we go the full Monty on this. Yeah. Yep. Hidetsugu wasn't going to stop that either way. We go the full Monty. There's the Mayhem Devil. And that means Hidetsugu has to go. Alright, do we want to blood anything out before we do that? Probably the Bone Crusher, right? It doesn't... Could be important. Could be important. Alright. Let's just do it. Drop the bomb. You get to have Mayhem Devil, but you do not get to have all this shit to sack to blow up my whole board. And I lose my lifelinker, but you lose your ability to go nuts with... I mean, you should be flipping a Cauldron Familiar into play here for that. That's just a free point of life. This also keeps Claim the Firstborn from being terrible against... Well, okay, Claim the Firstborn's a lot better when you have things like Witch's Oven, so... Yeah, this was definitely the right play. Yep, you get to go that route. Down it goes. We'll hold back the Bone Crusher, and if they throw up something silly like a Priest, we can pop it. And if they go into the Mayhem Devil world, we can pop it. And then blow up all their graves. Now you see why I like this card. I think we need a second one on the sideboard. This matchup is so fucking rough. Like, you can't play 4. We've gone down that path. It's too narrow. There's too many scenarios where you play Hidetsugu and they just have like 2 Mayhem Devils anyway and they don't give a shit. But I think exactly 2 of Hidetsugu, putting a little note here for myself, I think exactly 2 Hidetsugu is possibly the best way to go. Okay, so they have Mayhem Devil. What else do they have? What else are you showing me here, Pederazzi? Okay, going to 9. This is their critical turn. They've got to turn the proverbial tide right now. Yeah, we're fine. They're gonna take the Chandra, and if they don't, we'll have the Bone Crusher. Yeah. Okay. This goes at this, and then we get to exile all of them. Death to Tyrants. Yeah, there's the game. All right, game 3. Gonna be a tight one. Need to draw Hidetsugu at the right time in this one. They left in the Thoughtseizes, which doesn't super surprise me. I don't know that it's correct against Rakdos Mid to ever leave in Thoughtseize because your average card value is high enough that you're not... Like, against a lot of decks, like control decks, you're just trying to pick together the puzzle and the information means a lot. Against Rakdos, we're curving out as hard as we can. We're not playing a draw go, we're not playing a puzzle, so I don't know that it matters quite as much. And our average haymaker off the top is pretty good. I mean, that's why I don't keep Thoughtseize in against aggro decks, and I don't keep them in against Rakdos Midrange, because we need to affect the board state with every play that we make, or else we're fucked. Okay, I think the Extinction event is better on the draw. They have a lot of odd mana creatures. Kind of wondering if it's even worth leaving in the Bone Crusher Giants. I think we can go down again. I may regret that later. We'll find out. Is it better than one Fable? Probably, right? A little removal is usually the best way. Thank you to all the people tweeting out the stream, by the way, and everybody lurking and saying hi. Much love. Appreciate it, always. Is Vraska's Contempt better than another Chandra? Can we afford that much on the upper end of the curve? Other questions I have to ask. Is Grafdigger's Cage and Hidetsugu a mistake to pair together? Fucking probably. But do we need 2 effects to keep that cat oven thing from wrecking us? Yeah, we kind of do. That might just need to be Hidetsugu. I don't know. I'm back and forth. There are other areas where Grafdiggers is fucking important. Yeah. Alright, so that last Chandra, I don't think we're going to fit it in. Yeah, I don't think we're going to fit it in. And away we go. Alright, can we steal game 3? This is not a favored matchup. I would say it's 40-60 for us. Another Hidetsugu on the sideboard might shift that closer to 45-55. It is that important, as you saw in game 2. Yeah, there's no reason to mull this. This is super reasonable hand. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, which is Evan. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep the Fatal Push. And that's why. You can have a food token, but we are not getting the priest train going that fucking fast. No, sir. No Padrazzi. No means no. Let's get a little Bloodtithe action. I'm sure they've got Claim the Firstborns for days, but we just bait them out. We'll push into Fable. Almost certainly. Unless they do that shit. Yeah. Okay. This is where we go there so we can kill the Mayhem Devil. And we dump a Shatter Skull. Do we dump the Shatter Skull? We might need that. 1, 2, 1, 2. No. No, that's just the right way to go. Yeah. We do it this way without revealing, because then they don't know for sure whether or not the... This is going to be rough. Because now they get to 2 for 1 us. Don't love it. Don't love it. Have to kill Devil. Straight up, have to kill Devil. There's just no way around it. If Devil lives, we all die. Okay. Least favorite play of the game so far was having to do that. That felt like garbage. You're not a Hidetsugu consumes all. Alright, let's get our own Fable going. We can trade these back and forth. It's not really an issue. Sorin's a little risky right now. We want to get the board more towards stasis before we Sorin if possible. That did a lot of work for them. Okay. Yep. What do you got? Why not? Join the party, cat. Hidetsugu consumes all off the top for the win, pretty much. I feel like that's a win if we get it off the top, so why don't we maximize some chances here of hitting it off the top? Like, look at what it clears out. We get him down to just a Fable and we have a Bone Crusher for it. We are in the Sorin lands. We're going to force them to top deck. And usually in a top deck war we do okay. Not always, but usually. And again, if we see a Hidetsugu consumes all... I know there's only one in the deck, but like, come on. Believe with me here. Some heart of the cards moments, right? This is the kind of scenario where if it happens, oh, does it happen? The spice is real if it happens. Don't have Mayhem Devil, ever. Come on. Fuck off. What a top deck. Okay. Boy, does that suck. Yep. Let's go ahead and kill the Kiki. So we can at least wipe a significant portion of their board out. We can't completely deal with the... Ah, yeah, that's better. Don't need Hidetsugu anymore. No more of this shit. No more Mr. Nice Guy, right? You want to win? Win on the merits. Win without your goddamn cat ovens. Just top deck a land and let me eat this cat for breakfast. What do we got? We will take one. That's fine. No more parties in LA, baby. Please, no more parties in LA. Yeah, I guess at a certain point we are just using Kiki-Jiki to keep this train rolling. Also feels good. Alright, let's eat some stuff. Really? Takanuma? La douche. Yeah, might as well swing. We can get 2 points in here. Yes, Mayhem Devil hits. One, two, three. So, kill Bone Crusher. Yeah, I mean, we kind of assumed that was coming, right? At least it's going to be a closer game 3. Yep. Uh-huh. That's what I fucking thought. Can't push through the wall yet. Those go away. I know you're out of Takunumas, but those go away. That feels good. Not getting through Mayhem Devil on that one, huh? We're fine exiling some of our own stuff here. We don't have the Kroxa in, and life just matters more than the rest. One, two, three, three, two. Yep. That's about what I thought. Alright, so top deck wars back and forth. We've got the hearse, we've got the cage. They want to take on Trespasser, that's fine. That doesn't matter that much.
To the DarkStream.
Hey, 26 lands. Thank you for following. Heart you. Alright, let's eat some more of their stuff. Om nom nom. None of that for you. You know what? I'm just not sure I'm feeling that. Let's see if we can go back into the pool and find something a little bit better, huh? What is up, Frodoverse? Seriously? They're going for that with the Mayhem Devil. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, fuck it. I will trade that for a Mayhem Devil. 10 out of 10 times. And your ability doesn't get through ward because you just had to play that Witch's Oven now, didn't you? Discarded an eye to find the third hive of the Eye Tyrant. Gonna sacrifice the thing and gain a little life? Sure. This doesn't do anything, it's just kind of fun to see what they do in response, if anything. You know, can you goad them into doing the wrong thing? Probably not. Alright, so smack it a smack. Yip yip. That Grafdigger's Cage is doing the Lord's work at the moment. Off we go. Let's just keep feeding the hearse. No Culligan's commands for you. Maybe one Hidetsugu. Do we even want a Hidetsugu here? Yeah, I mean, we'd do it. We would do it, yeah. That feels spicy. Why wouldn't we force it? Right? Like, why wouldn't we? Yeah. Perfect. I can tell you one thing, this game is far more interesting than game 1 or 2, both of which, I guess game 2 is still pretty strong across the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As long as there's no Culligan's command, no aberrate effects, as long as we can keep the cage in play and the witches at bay, I feel okay. I did not mean for all of that to rhyme, but it fucking did. Alrighty, let's just grab those out. I think it's about time we did that. Yep. Well, that's trash, but I respect the trash. Let's see what else we can get. How tempting is it to go this route? Need a removal spell. Like, once Mayhem Devil's off the board, we're in a pretty good spot, so... I understand we could be swinging with Graveyard Gluttons. We could have been pushing that into a 2-3 with Lifelink. 2 cards a turn versus that. It's kind of the question, right? Also, at some point, there's a Hidetsugu. Possibly. Okay, we are just going to eat this shit. We are not waiting for a Kolaghan's Command to fuck us. Those are going away. Like, there's a series of a couple cards here that they could top deck that would be really potent. Claim the Firstborn right here would be really, really good. And it's a little scary right now, because I think that would be game. Christ. Did we leave it that open? We might have. That might be on me. The 2-3 might have been the correct play. Like 3 turns ago instead of upping this. It's hard to say. We know this game's going to go down to the wire, though. Can we get to the 20-0? Where are they at on time? 11 minutes? We're at 17? Yeah, we're totally fine. I know. If you like chess, these games are far more interesting. If you don't like chess, less so. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to assume this person's playing tight, and they know what they're doing. You see what a problem it is if Mayhem Devil sticks around. This is what we were using Sorin for, to try to find any removal spell, because this is such a problem. Like, this little fucking card just does everything they need it to do. 3, 4, 2... Okay. What are they doing now? Holy shit, did they win on that? Oh my god. Because we played the land. Oh, that feels brutal. Alright, 19-1. Sometimes you go 19-1. 807. Damn it. So close to the 20-0. We got to go to 19-0. That felt pretty good. Alright, so alterations in the deck. Things that should probably change. Let's start with the basic thing. Hidetsugu, I think we need 2 copies. The Grafdigger's Cage is fine, but I just think we need 1 more copy of Hidetsugu. The question is what goes. I, honest to God, do not like Extinction Event. It has felt subpar for me often. So that's where I go with it. I understand it's somewhat there because Dream Trawler is a card, but I'm not as worried about that as I am about this matchup, and making sure that we have 3 ways to turn off the cat oven seems like a much bigger deal. If we need additional ways to interact with control favorably, I think there's an argument to be made that we need another Plague Crafter, not another Extinction Event. I'm not 100% on that, though. I don't know, like a Plague Crafter and an Angrass Ramp, it's two ways to interact with it for the Dream Trawlers, and these do not guarantee the interaction you want against Dream Trawler. we could look at minusing maybe a Bone Crusher and pushing into another Angrath's Rampage, but that is also kind of a back and forth, right? So, yeah, it had to go number 2 over the Extinction Event. Extinction Event is just not proved out. I've not wanted it in any of the matchups in 20 matchups now. I've definitely wanted multiple Hidetsugu consume Zals. So this is where I'd push it. We're sitting at 19-1. Thank you for the follow, Houdini, 1993. Appreciate you. We 2-0'd Esper mid, we 2-1 the Mirror, we 2-1 Mono Red, and we had a 1-2 scenario against Red-Black Pirate Oven. There is a strong likelihood I misplayed game 3 by pushing Soren up instead of down and just forcing them to sack stuff to kill Soren while getting life linkers and going to town. And I mean, we'll never know, but my guess is that would have been a more potent move to ensure that we're on the offense. And I think the issue there is, I said it myself, we do not win the long game against them typically, and yet I played for the long game, and that was the mistake. I mean, getting Mayhem Devil off the board, super important. Did we hit a clot of lands? Absolutely. But sometimes that's how it fucking goes. And we should have played it a little bit tighter. Those Sorens should have gone down, and we probably would have ended up with a 2-3 with Flying and Lifelink and no Soren, which would have been reasonable, considering we would have been able to continue swinging with Graveyard Trespasser to apply more pressure. But we didn't get to do that in this scenario. Fucking Obnixilis, oh my. So, Red-Black Pirate Oven, still a... Priest Oven, sorry, not Pirate Oven. I like Pirate Oven better. Still a problem. This list overall, I think this is about the 75 I would take into a tournament tomorrow. I'm within 1 slot, and really the question is, do we want another Angrath's Rampage, because Dream Trawler is a problem, as anybody who's played against blue-white control knows. Back and forth, right? You lose some points here, you gain some points there. I don't know how necessary the 3rd Bone Crusher is, I really don't. Vraska's Contempt is still back and forth for me as well. I like my upper curve stuff to be Haymakers. I don't like them to just be 1-for-1 answers against cards that are clearly going to give value, which anything it's exiling, Wanderer Emperor Teferi, fucking anything it hits, any walker is going to provide value. So you are 1-for-2ing yourself by playing it to have a cleanish answer. I don't know that that's stronger than just playing maybe another Angrath's Rampage to have the answer be at least cheap. I'm back and forth. Very much back and forth. I don't know. The Rampage. How good is Blue-White Gandalf? I mean, we can take a quick look at it. This is the other work in progress, is the Blue-White Gandalf. Raphael Levy did the first iteration of this. I've shifted it only a few slots so far. Multiple Farewells seems like a strong move for the main. This is the one I took into, more or less, it's only a few slots off of what I took into the top 4 of the D-Gen Open. And Dream Trawler was such a house. I don't know if I want the 2nd copy or not, but the odds point towards yes if I'm not playing straight up control mirrors left and right. Like, that battles with the 2nd Shark Typhoon slot usually. And given what I've seen today, I'm inclined to say 2 Dream Trawlers is probably better in the main than the 2nd Shark Typhoon. I also got rid of the portable holes for more marches. They just don't play well with Farewell to have portable hole. It's like you're setting yourself up for a big fucking problem sometimes. Whereas March is clean, efficient, and instant speed, which means it's also additional ways to deal with manlands. Kind of important in this format. There's a lot of manlands running around. As you've seen in the Rakdos list, there's 6 of them in that, and that's for a reason, because they're not easy to answer, and they usually shove through a certain amount of points, right? If I was going to play Blue-White Control, though, this is pretty close to where I'd end up. It's got a lot to be said about it. Oh, right, that has to be another Shark Typhoon. Doop, derp. Derp, derp. Probably something like this. I'm not 100% on the 2nd Settle the Wreckage. But I will say this, the Rakdos list has less of a problem with the Obnixilis than the Blue-White list does. The Blue-White list gets fucking thrashed by early Ob Nixilis ×2. I've beaten it, but it's fucking hard. This is probably the best deck right now in the format, though. There's people that'll disagree. The worst matchup's the Catavan decks, followed by blue-white. But all of those feel relatively even, and if we're going to dedicate a few more slots to the Catavan decks, I feel a lot better about it. I don't think you want 4 of these, but I do think 2 of them feels like a strong place to be, given what we're watching and what we're seeing. Goddamn, Ob Nixilis. Such an interesting issue. So, I am out of time. I would love to run some more, but you gotta go be a good parent. So, I'll leave you with this list. Take it, have fun. We went 19-1 with this list minus 1 Hidetsugu, and I think the Hidetsugu matters more than the Extinction event, given what we've seen. So, take it, run with it, test it out, shoot me some thoughts about it. I'd like to know if anybody has discovered a better version of this. I know there's going to be disagreements on slots, on Tenacious Underdogs, in particular, on not having a second Kroxa, on having the first Meat Hook, the one Hazoret, the one Glurbringer, the one Angrath, the one Kolagans. These are all question marks for people, I get that, but this is a deck with Fables, and any deck with Fables can afford to run one-ofs. You get to have a lot of card selection, so things don't have to line up perfectly. You can have stuff that just isn't clean for game 1. In between Fables and the blood tokens off Bloodtithe Harvester, you get a lot of card selection, which is why I think this is the best deck in the format. Consistent mana, great spell lands, difficult to answer threats, 2-for-1s up and down the board, good walkers. I mean, it's just a strong, solid choice that does not go down easily. If you're not running this, I'd take a look at this. I mean, I could say take a look at Catavan, but as you can see, I've got the entire format pulled together from tier 1 through tier 3-ish. Shit I'm just trying to fuck with. And I will straight up never build Catavan. I hate that deck. I hate that quality of life that it presents. It's like asking for Carpal Tunnel while you're playing MTGA. And let's be honest, would you really want to play it in paper either? Like, the amount of announcing you'd have to do for triggers and missed triggers would be so damning. Ugh. But hats off to Pedrazzi71. You broke the 19-win streak. We were almost at 20. We came close. Hats off to you. Alrighty, guys. I will be back tomorrow. Darth Camchente should be back in the house tomorrow. Should be a good time. We will... I don't know what we'll run. We may just keep tuning up Rakdos. We may fuck around with some blue-white. We may play something completely random. But either way, appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the follows to everybody who came in today and followed. Thank you for everybody who was around. Much love. We'll see you tomorrow.